Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be showing you how I'm going to upgrade the headlights from halogen to LED on my 2022 Sanctuary, which is built on the 2020 Mercedes Sprinter. I am going to be using these H7 LED lights for my low beams and these H15 LED lights for my high beams. I'll include a link for these LED lights in the description. However, the process is the same for whichever brand you choose. I will also be showing you how to adjust the low beam LED lights so that you do not blind oncoming traffic. This is an important but often forgotten aspect of installing LED lights. So let's get started. Now for this project, I will be using a small step ladder so I can reach inside and access the bulbs. I've also hung a blanket so I can show you the beam patterns before the installation and after the installation. Now I've just turned on the lights to show you what it looks like before the installation of the LEDs. And as you can see, there is a line that is well defined right across. And you want that same look after the installation of the LEDs. Now to access the light bulb, you go in here and you pull this cover off, and then you simply reach in and pull the light bulb straight out. Just give it a little tug and pull it out. Now you just disconnect it from the wire. And there, I've just disconnected it, so now you set it aside and do the same for the other side. So this is what the LED low beam looks like, and this is the plug that you plug into the place that you just unplugged the halogen one from. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then after you tuck this back into its spot. So let's get that done. So as you can see, I've got it plugged in now, and I've put the bulb back in its spot. And take a look at it now from the front. There it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the cover back on. There. Now I'm going to do the same for the other side. Now I'm going to do the same for the driver's side. So I've got my LED low beam right here. I'm going to set that there and get the cover off. Set that aside. Now I'm going to pull out the bulb. Okay. And disconnect it from the wire. All right, I'm going to set this aside, grab the LED and connect it to the wire. And set the bulb in. Okay, so now that I've got the bulb in its place, I'm going to put the cover back on. And there it is. So now that the low beams are in place, I am going to work on the high beams. Now this is what the high beam LED light looks like. There's no wires on this one, so no adjustment is needed. You simply put it in and then turn it. So let's get that going. Okay. So I'm going to pull off the cover. Now I'm going to reach in and remove the one in there. Okay. the halogen. So I've got the LED one right here. Okay, so I've got it in place now, and you can tell it's in its proper place when you see that it is in its vertical position up front. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on. Okay. Now I'm going to go do the same thing to the driver's side. So now I'm going to install the LED high beam for the driver's side. So I'm going to pull that flap off and reach in and pull that other one out. Okay, there's the halogen. Okay, so grabbing the LED. And I am putting it in its place. All right, so I believe I have it in its place. So I'm going to check by looking up front to make sure it is vertical, and it is. So I'm going to put the cover back on. Okay. So now I'm going to turn on the low beams and test it out to make sure it has that same pattern I showed you at the beginning of the video. So I've gone ahead and turned on my low beams, and if for some reason when you turn on your low beams one of the lights doesn't come on, just go ahead and rotate the terminal and then it should turn on. So now as you can see, there's a defined line here somewhat on this side. The other side not so much. So I am going to go and adjust it. So now as you adjust it, you'll see that the beam will start to flatten out, like that. So here's what it kind of should look like when it's leveled out. And I'm going to show you what the bulb looks like when it's producing that beam. And please note that it does get hot the longer it is left on. So I spent a little bit of time adjusting both sides, turning it ever so slightly just to make that adjustment. And now you can see the lines are very well defined, just like I showed you at the beginning of the video when the halogens were in. You can see that the beam is not scattered all around, which is what blinds oncoming traffic. So now the installation is complete. Now I want to point out that you will need to turn your vehicle on and off when making your low beam adjustments, because the light bulb does get hot when you're making those adjustments. So I hope you found this video useful, and thank you so much for joining me today. Please subscribe to my channel and join me for lots more videos. Bye for now.